We're going to take a look at the new Traitors campaign that's just come out for Templar Assault. This is the hardest campaign that's available right now. It's definitely of a different sort of flavor than the others, so going to do a tutorial on how to beat the first level. Bigger, harder levels, more enemies, all sorts of things. Now, one of the most exciting things about this campaign is you've got a bigger squad, so if you're playing on Brutal or some of the harder difficulty levels, it becomes really important to manage that squad more than usual. So you can see there the level that we're working with, and I go into my squad control, and I have a pretty sizable group of soldiers here. Right now what's set up active are 3 scouts. Now this level, you have to play these in advance to kind of know what they're about, but this level is about reaching a number of goals and then getting back to the starting spot. So scouts are good for that. They're very fast. I have my captain who will always be coming along. Then I know also from playing and failing to beat this level on Brutal a couple of times that there's a long hallway that I have to hold, and there are so many Xenos coming down it. So what I've done is clicked on, I'm bringing my Neptune soldier with me because of the Neptune Cannon. Also, there are options there to take along a Hydra Incinerator or just soldiers, all of which will become really useful at different points within the campaign. So the Traitor level, the Traitor campaign brings in sort of a new level of squad customization to let you beat these. It's a new kind of dimension that makes the campaign a lot of fun. Now, what I've started to do is already swinging a motion here. I'm just heading it along. It's a pretty long level, so I'm going to try to tape it all. I'm going to hear the battle music ramping up. Things getting exciting. So what I like to do on this level is that you have a southern destination, this close by destination, and these 2 northern destinations that you can see that you have to reach. And this main hallway, this long north-south corridor, is the main access corridor through the Apia Caligula. So that's going to be the really hard part to hold. Now, I'm going to wait specifically, very purposely, on that southern destination. I'm not going to go after it until I've cleared the other 3, and then the whole squad's going to retreat to near the extraction point and make a final push to reach the southern destination. So the hope is that with the soldiers on hand, I'll be able to, that's the first one. This is a ship modification of unknown origin. Clearly Gux Malleus has been breaking Shalom law left and right. Luckily the Templar forces have arrived to stop that, and this is definitely, as they're warning me here, this is going to be the corridor. This is going to be the hard spot to hold. So what I'm doing is I like to take a bit of a risk here in that the Xenos will come quickly, and I'm going to try to get ahead of them. I've lost this level lots of times, but just trying to hold out without somebody like the Neptune Cannon to make the difference. And with the limited ammo and the number of Xenos that are coming forward on a Brutal difficulty, you have a very limited amount of time to be on the Apia Caligula. You have to get off the ship as fast as you can. So what I'm working on here basically is moving toward the objectives with my fast soldiers as quickly as I can. So you can see here the captain just booking it, and my secondary scout is now running up the far corridor here. He's headed for that secondary one, and now I need to start trying to get myself in a position. Still too far away. I think with I'm at danger of getting myself injured if I go any farther forward. I'm going to need my 3 defensive CP, so I'm going to stick it out there, and down here I'm really hoping that I can kill that critter. Come on. Just need a dead alien. Alright, got lucky, took him out. And now I'm just going to roll the turn since I'm still out of range there. The best thing to do is get a couple of shots on those Xeno as they approach, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of wipe them out now. Oh man, it's a 4 HP. Now the really nice thing about the Neptune Cannon, as you can see here, as long as you're hitting the target, you're not losing any CP at all. So I've actually completely cleaned that hallway, and I haven't lost a single CP. Now you can see there also I can't move after having fired the cannon, but for the holding ability on that hallway, it's something I'm willing to trade. And the Neptune Cannon is really going to make this level doable. Otherwise, it becomes really, really difficult to hold. Even with a soldier and a captain standing back to back, that hallway is extremely difficult to hold. Now, the next hard decision I have to make tactically here is whether to move the Neptune Cannon forward. And I think I'm going to. The main reason I'm doing this is because in a moment or two here, the captain's going to be coming back as fast as he can. He'll be returning, which means that I need to be able to get him behind the Neptune Cannon so that we can facilitate this big guy's retreat. He's going to be hard to get out of this space. Once the wave of enemies just starts really ramping up and he's stuck there, he's going to honestly have a pretty hard time getting down the hallway. And I've pulled this guy back, this Templar back a little bit more to give myself a bit more breathing room against those really fast purple aliens that come bubbling out of the southern area. And now I'm back at the same spot. Basically, you have to rely on throughout the level that your Neptune Cannon doesn't do that and basically misfires completely. And hope now that he doesn't take any major damage and that he can clear the hallway on his next turn. Alright, he got a hit, but it didn't bring him down a whole health point. So we do have a pretty good hope here that on his next turn he will just clean that hallway. And you can see already how hard that hallway would be. How hard that hallway would be to hold if you didn't have something like the Neptune Cannon working for you. So the captain has now reached the bridge and extracted the cylinders, the data cylinders that we came for, and we're now in full extraction mode from that point, and the scout has reached the officer station. We now have enough clues that we're going to be able to pursue Gux if we can just get off this cursed Hulk alive, and this is going to be the turn that decides it. So that's a hit, that's a miss, that's a miss. We really need you to not have that sort of thing happen, Mr. Neptune. There you go. So he gets on his run. Okay, I've seen better. It might cost him his life, honestly. And that could be the level again. There we go. That scout was able to bring the purple one down again. And nothing we can do but just hope that we get lucky. And you can see pretty clearly how difficult it is going to be to evacuate that Neptune Cannon soldier, because there is just a wall of aliens lined up. Now he needs to get his Neptune Cannon spun up and really start slaying them. He's got to clear that hallway. The captain is coming home. The scout is looking at the options here. He feels the Neptune Cannon stuck where he is. He can't really help much with the retreat. Now I'm gonna Saffron is staying strong. I'm gonna see what Marcus Vader can do. If he can clean this up, then maybe the scout will try to help start the retreat now, and he is just doing it. He's got it. Come on. Bring him down. Look at that. You've never seen anything quite like it. Okay, so now the question is forward or back. That was exactly why you take the Neptune Cannon with you. He could make 2 full squares back, but that would mean that the captain is sort of isolated when he returns. So this is all about timing here, and I'm going to have to move. I think this scout is just going to make a full run south as fast as he can, heading to back up Saffron, and the Neptune Cannon is going to sit with his... He's got to wait for the captain. We can't... Neptune Cannon, unlike other Templars, the Neptune Cannon is unable to shoot around his comrades, so he doesn't have the ability to do phalanx fire, which leaves him at a disadvantage in terms of retreating, where maybe you might be able to put a captain in front of him and the two of them could hack and slash their way down the hallway together. In case in the Neptune Cannon, if you get into that position, the Neptune Cannon has to be in the lead. So we'll just try to clear this hallway again. And he's left in a pretty good spot, though still we need the captain to pick the pace up. And we're now getting our 2 scouts together down here, and you can see we still got already more purple pouring out of that vent in the southwest corner. So That's not going to get any easier. The two of them are going to have to go in there together and try to clear out the Xenos now. The Neptune Cannon is doing it again. A major run there, and he now is holding this hallway pretty strongly, and wrap up his turn. If we don't get this train moving, though, there's going to be another big pile of the Xenos, and he's going to need another absolute heroic turn like he had last time, which I have to say, he's good, but I don't want to rely on it happening over and over again, so we got to get out of there sooner rather than later. Now, the scouts are assembling in the south. Sapphone's got to clean up this guy, this enemy, and now it's worth starting to move forward. So what I'm going to do is rely on the two of them to actually make the run themselves. So the captain will be using phalanx fire, and will be trying to kind of back Marcus Vader out of the area, just kind of firing and backing, firing and backing. Depending, we might turn him around and have him run. We might take some other options. The captain can use his special power to give him extra AP. It's a long hallway, but the plan currently, until the scouts free up, is to just use a kind of a solid retreat plan with the Neptune Cannon in the lead. So, gonna have the captain clear the corner, and now he's got. He turns all the way around, and the two of them are going to start this slow backup procedure. Now I'm going to give it another turn. Clearly the big problem is coming right down the hallway at me right now. There's a lot of them pouring through. Logan catches up to backup Sappon, and the two of them are now in good phalanx fire position to advance into that inner sanctuary and get the fourth objective. Alright, here we go. Just have to clean them up. Okay. And now we can start some serious retreat. Okay, so here's the problem. As soon as the Neptune Cannon starts firing, we're shot on our ability to get out of here. So I want to make sure that we get proper escape time. So he's got 4 AP CP. I'm going to use my first round of special here and bump him to 6. And I just screwed up, I think. Yeah, I did. Okay, that was not a wise tactical decision. He's not going to really use all the CPs, and the scouts are. I'm paying for it all over the map now. He's got 4. I wish I could go back more. I didn't realize the captain was out of CP when I gifted it. Now, Sapphone's going to come through for us. Come on, buddy. How many more HP can this thing possibly have? Oh, it's still alive. Oh, they're good. Critical hit or something. Save the day. And we're going to roll the turn. Okay, well, we've now, made 2 squares back. So, as mentioned, that's a long hallway. And again, as soon as we start firing, well, here's our chance. Actually, really good opportunity in the defensive turn because of my rapid fire capabilities. Look at that. You have a nice clean hallway. This is going to suddenly change the whole retreat strategy. Yeah, there's Xenos coming, but they're a little bit farther away than they would have been. Now the captain's actually sensed a good opportunity. He's going to pull it into near full retreat, and this is what I should have been doing before. Marcus makes 2 back. Still in range of the Xeno though, so I'm going to make sure that he gets his 2 defensive with a turn. And now the scouts have got to move a little bit faster than they were. The problem is that Xeno, once you get into this room, he could come at you from any angle. I'm a little worried about their ability to handle him since he's right there, and the guys are already retreating down the hallway. I'm going to give it one more turn here, and then we're going to make a full blitz, maybe even with the captain coming with us into that room. So you can see that this is for even the first level of campaign here, this is not an easy level. There is a lot to manage, a lot to keep after, and with the number of enemies coming after me, there's simply no time for screw-ups. So here we go. Good time to do your Templars in a really careful order. So I'm going to retreat 1 square. That's a good start. I've taken some health damage now. Other than the 2 Xeno right in front of me, I'm okay. I'm going to open fire again. Got 1 defensive CP. Not the best scenario. Incoming Xeno. Trying out of his side. He's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares. He's gonna reach me. I'll get a shot at him. I'm gonna play in the safe side here because I really can't afford to lose. Cannot afford to lose that Neptune Cannon. I'm gonna need him throughout the campaign. He might lose a scout in this level, and I would be willing to go forward. But if I lose the Neptune Cannon this early, it would be disastrous, and we're really gonna have to have that capability later in the campaign. So this is where things start getting really bad because I just ran out of ammo with so lucky. So Saffron is now out of ammo. He's gonna have to find a way to get out of the way. I need my captain. The bullet, I hadn't been counting bullets very well. Logan has 8 shots left. Marcus is at 15, meaning we're running desperately short. Okay, so Marcus is out of CP. The captain's going to turn with his last CP, just using every ounce we got in the tank here to make the move and to try to get out of this hallway before it gets really bad. At this point, I shouldn't have turned. One of the things I love about Templars, you really have got to think these things through. Hopefully, come on. Now turn. Now I'm just stuck. Alright, Marcus, get out of the way. Get that scout out of the way. Get another scout moving in. Now the 2 of these guys are actually going to kind of run a threatening suicide mission here. Really hoping that Xeno moves into nice position for me. Marcus has got a whole hallway to himself, but how far away are they? Okay. He's going to take a gamble as well. He's doing a full turn. Hoping that the Xenos won't reach him. There's that purple one there who's generating extra movement points for his buddies. So that's definitely a dangerous gamble. We're just hoping that he can get far enough down the hallway that they can turn effectively. And now we're starting to bleed lots of different directions. It didn't work. The captain's going to make a run for it. 2 down. So the best I can really hope is that Marcus, who turned on his turn, now has to turn back around and open fire. And ends up not having killed him. The captain, 1, 2, 3, is worthless. And I've really got impatient here, and I really messed this level up now. I think it's unlikely that the Templars will win, but death before dishonor, my brothers. Hoping that the hits on that Marcus don't bring him down. He's the main guy that's got to hold that hallway. He's taking hits, big armor, and he's dead. Oh. So what I've done here is tried hard and failed. You can see that on Brutal this is an extremely difficult level. I'm now currently out of ammo in multiple different places. I've lost my Neptune Cannon, but you can see a way in which the level can be beat on Brutal. That's the strategy I've done. It has worked. It's just really hard. I would love to hear about your comments, other ways to beat this difficult level and this entire difficult campaign. It's the most exciting one out there, so give it a try. We hope you enjoy.